Congratulations for making it this far. Welcome to day 4 of our blogging crash course. My name is Aggor. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to optimize your blog post for search engine rankings. We're going to use some form of online SEO. When it comes to search engine optimization, we have two forms. We have the online SEO and the offline SEO. By the way, SEO means search engine optimization. So we primarily going to focus on some basic stuff of online SEO in today's lesson. Offline SEO comprises of things that you do outside of your blog or your website in order to increase your ranking. Things such as sharing your blog post on social media to get a lot of engagement and traffic onto your blog post, and creating backlinks from other websites onto your website are some of the things that you do outside of your blog, which is called offline SEO. And online SEO are things that you do within your blog post itself, some techniques that you apply in order to increase your ranking. Okay, so that is what we're going to drill on today and do some basic stuff. Okay, and bear in mind that search engine optimization, the results does not manifest in, let's say, a day or two. It takes a lot of time. It takes about 30 to 90 days for the result of what you do today to manifest. So whatever you do today on your blog, don't expect to see the results, let's say, today or tomorrow. Give yourself some time, up to say 30 to 90 days, and then check again. Use Google Analytics to check your ranking and then see how best your search engine optimization is performing. Okay. In this video also, I'm going to show you how you can back up your blog or your website. Okay. It's very important to develop the habit of backing up your work. In case of any eventuality, you can follow on your backup and then restore it. So we're going to use a plugin to quickly back up our work or our blog on autopilot. Okay, you do not to have to do this on manual basis. So I'm going to teach you this step by step. This this tutorial is for beginners. So even if you are a beginner or you don't have any experience or you don't have any technical skills, be sure to stay tuned in right to the end of this video. This video is actually meant for you. So without much I say, I'm going to shift and then share my screen, and then we move on with today's lesson. So just stay tuned. You can see my blog or my website look different from what you used to know, what we started using right from the beginning of this course. This is as a result of having to lose my test environment and then I have to restore everything all over again on my machine. So I decided to use a new theme which depicts more of a blog. Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of that and then show you how you can quickly change your theme to a different theme. Okay, it's not anything difficult, and I'm going to quickly run you through that before we start today's lesson. Okay, so to change your theme, you go to your admin area, then you go to appearance, then you click on themes. So these are the variety of themes that you can switch to. Okay, in case you want to see more variety, you click on add new. So these are more variety of themes that we can use for our blog. Okay, so in case you want to use any of the themes over here, you can go ahead and use it. Let me quickly try to install this particular theme and then let's see how our blog will look like with this theme. So with the theme installed, we go ahead and then we activate it. So now our blog or website is now using this particular theme. So let's go ahead and then see how it looks like. Let's refresh. And there we have it. So we have a new theme for our blog or our website. So let me switch back to the previous theme that I was in before I switch to this, and then we can continue with today's lesson. So this was the theme that I was using previously. So if I want to switch back, I just click on activate to activate this particular theme. All right, so our previous theme has not been activated. Let me go back and then check again if everything is all right. Sure. So we are back to my previous theme. Okay, so in day 3, we were trying to set a feature image in one of our blog posts, and we were having an issue. So I checked it, and I think the problem was with the image that we were trying to upload. I tried with another image, and there was no issue. So we're going to go over that again. We're going to upload a featured image to one of our blog posts, and then we see how it looks like. Okay. So you go back to our admin area, you go to posts. So we are in our post section. Let's try to add a featured image to this our first blog post. So let's go in and then edit it. So to add a featured image, you scroll down and then you click on set feature image. So let's go and then upload an image that we want to use as our feature image. So let me try this particular image. This is just an example to show you how to set a feature image. So don't pay particular attention to what the image actually is doing or the description of the image. Okay. So let's set our alt text. So let's name it featured image. And then click on set feature image. Okay, so there we have it. Our feature image is showing up over here. So let's go into our blog and then see how it looks like over there. Click on blog. And then we go to the detail page. I think this theme does not have the functionality to set featured image. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to insert the image within our blog post itself. That's another way of doing it. So instead of letting WordPress set a featured image with this particular theme does not have, so because of that, our featured image is not showing. We're going to insert the featured image within the post itself. So you select where you want the featured image to show, and then you click on add media. Then we select our image again. Then click on insert into post. And there we have it. So our image is now inserted into our post. So if we were to, let me enlarge it a bit. Okay, and then click on update. So now let's go to our blog post to see how our image is looking. So let's refresh this. And there we have it. So our image is showing up over here. So if this theme was to have a featured image section, the featured image will show up over here. And then on the sidebar, you also have the featured image showing up in this particular section. But because this theme does not have a featured image section, we are forced to put the image within the post itself. So we're going to miss it on the sidebar over here, right? So if you're choosing your theme, make sure that you choose a theme that's actually have all the functionalities or the features that you want your blog or your website to have. Okay, so that is how you can insert an image into your blog or your blog post, or how to set a featured image in your blog post, right? So let's quickly go into what we're supposed to do today. So today we're going to install a tool that we are going to use to optimize our blog posts for search engine rankings. And the tool or the plugin that you are going to install is called Yoast SEO. So we go into our plugin section. In our plugin section, we click on Add New. So we go ahead and then we search for our plugin over here. We're searching for Yoast SEO. So there we have it. We go ahead and then we install it. So with our Yoast SEO installed, we go ahead and then we activate it. So with our Yoast SEO activated, let's now go into one of our blog posts and then do some online SEO. So we click on this post. If you have installed your Yoast SEO properly, if you scroll down the post, you should see the Yoast SEO section over here. So this is where we're going to optimize our blog posts. So to do that, before you start writing any blog post, you should first have in mind the keyword that you're going to rank for. So you should pick your keyword or key phrase that you want to rank for. And to pick your keyword or key phrase, you need to do a bit of a research on Google. You can use Google AdWords to do your keyword research, or you can use Answer the Public to also do your keyword research. Come up with a keyword that you want to rank for in the search engines. So for this example, I'm going to pick the keyword make income online. So we're going to rank for this particular keyword or key phrase. So with that keyword picked, you go into focus key phrase. And then we type our key phrase or keyword over here. After that, then you click on edit snippet. In our snippet, we need to modify the title of our blog post to have our keyword in it. So as you can see, our blog post already has our keyword, but then it's not long enough. So Yoast SEO gives you some indicators to watch out for when optimizing your blog. So anytime you have yellow or red indicator, it shows that your optimization is not at par. So anytime you have green, that means you are good to go. So let's edit our title to make it SEO friendly, right? So in order to move fast, I've already typed some titles that I want to use. So let me just copy and then paste. So the title I want to use is how to make income online as a beginner in 2019. Beginner's guide. So as you can see, our indicators now shows green, means that our title is fine and it's SEO friendly. And again, as you can see, we have our keyword in our title. Okay, so never forget that your keyword should always be in your title. After that, you can frame your title in any way that you want, but as a must, you must have your keyword in your title. Again, our slack is what shows up over here. Okay, so if we can also choose to modify our slack or just leave it like that, I'm going to leave it like that. But again, you should also have to make sure that your keyword or key phrase is in the slack. So I'll maintain our slack as it is. Then I scroll down into the meta description. So again, I'm going to copy a description that I've already typed in order to save time. Then I paste it over here. So you see this description is also green. Anytime you have yellow, as I said earlier, it's not a good indicator. So always make sure that you have green, you have all your indicators showing green or a lot of them showing green. Again, in the meta description, you should also make sure that you have your keyword or key phrase in your meta description. As you can see over here, we have our key phrase in our meta description. So our meta description is also good to go. So let's scroll down. So as you can see, we have more of greens, and then we have some yellow and then red. So the more of green you have, the better. Okay. So if I'm to optimize this blog post fully, I'll have to go through all this red and then make sure I do all the corrections in order to make it green. Okay. Also, to increase your search engine ranking, always make sure that you have a link within your blog post pointing to an external link, and then another link within your blog post pointing to a blog within your blog post. Sorry, pointing to a blog post within your blog. Okay. For instance, in this article, let's say if we have a phrase or a word that is saying something about Wikipedia, then we can link that particular word or phrase to Wikipedia website. Again, if you have another word that or another phrase that we can link to a blog post within our blog, we go ahead and then link that particular blog post to our blog. Okay, so all this goes way back to to increase our search engine rankings. If you want to create a hyperlink within your blog post, so what you do is you just highlight on the word or phrase that you want to you want to hyperlink, and then you click on this icon. This icon is what you use for hyperlink, and then you copy and paste the link over here. So if let's say it's Wikipedia, you www.wikipedia.com, and then you can click on the settings or the gear icon to do further settings of your hyperlink. So if you want a hyperlink to open in a new tab, what you do is you click on open in new tab, and then when someone clicks on it, it will open in a new tab. If you don't want it that way, you can just leave it like that, and then you click on add link. So as you can see over here, our phrase has been hyperlinked. And then if you look at the right sidebar over here, the SEO section also says it's good. So at this point, our SEO, our basic SEO for this particular blog post is almost good to go. I wouldn't say this is the final or this is excellent, because we have some reds that we need to fix. But for the sake of time, I can't go through all this. But you don't necessarily have to have all of them being green. If you have majority of them being green, the better. Okay. And as we have our indicator over here also showing our SEO is good, I think we are good to go. So we can click on now, we can now click on updates to update our blog posts. So this is a basic way of optimizing your blog post to rank in search engines. So this actually is the basic way. As I said, there are far advanced way of doing it, but the advanced you go, the more likely you are also to rank in search engines. Okay, like I said, whatever you do today, don't expect the results immediately. Search engine optimization is a long-term strategy. It takes time to get it right. It takes time to see the result. Okay, so this is how you can do your online SEO for your blog post, right? So with this done, let us now go ahead and then learn how we can back up our entire blog or our entire website. To do that, we go back to our plugin section and then click on add new. So we're going to install a plugin called Updraft Plus. That's what we're going to use to back up our blog or our website. So you search for Updraft Plus. So we go ahead and then we install it. So with our Updraft plugin installed, let's now go ahead and then activate it. If you have properly installed the Updraft Plus plugin, you should locate it at the settings. Then you should see Updraft Plus Backups over here. So you click on that. I have installed and configured this plugin before. So that's why you see this backup dates over here. But if you're installing this plugin for the first time, this section will be empty. And you can just click on backup now to initiate a manual backup. But if you want the plugin to automatically backup your blog for you, then what you have to do is to come to the settings, and then you configure the settings over there. So you click on settings, and then under the file backup schedule, you indicate the frequency of the backup. So it could be every 4 hours, every 8 hours, every 12 hours, daily, weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. And the catch here is that your backup should be based on the frequency at which you release new blog posts. So if you write blog posts every week, then you should back up on a weekly basis. If you write blog posts every day, then you should back up on a daily basis. If you write blog posts once every month, then you should back up on a monthly basis. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So for this demonstration, I'm going to select weekly, and then the database backup also should follow the same sequence. Okay, so also I select weekly over here, and then this section also with how many backups should be retained. Okay, so in order to save space, don't retain a lot of backups. It's always good if you can restore if you can restore a maximum of 2 backups. It's enough. So you always have a 2 backup. You always have 2 backups in your backup folder that you can restore in case of any eventuality. So the third one will always will delete the very old one, and then you always have 2 backups within your backup folder. Okay, so once you set all this, then you scroll down, and then you indicate where your backup should be stored. There are various locations where you can store your backup. You can store your backup within the Updraft Plus vault, or you can store it with an FTP, or you can store it in Dropbox, or you can store it on your Google Drive. Okay, so let's make an example. You want to store it on your Google Drive. All you do is to select the Google Drive. Okay, so once you select it, it will be highlighted like that, and then you scroll down again, and then you click on Save Changes. So once the changes are saved, you have this pop-up with this link to grant access to your Google Drive for the backups to be stored over there. So you have to click on this link to do the authorization. So you then select the accounts where you want the backup to go. So for instance, if I want it to go here, I select this account. And then I click on Allow. So over here, you click on Complete Setup to complete your setup. So once your setup is ready, you will see your scheduled dates over here. Your scheduled date for your files backup and your scheduled date for your database backup all over here. Then anytime a backup is run successfully, you see the backup over here. In your case, this section will be blank because no backup has been run. But the moment the first backup is run, you see it in this section. And then you can restore it by clicking over here to restore, or you can download this individually and then save it somewhere else also. It's good to always have multiple backups. So that's how you back up your entire blog. It's so simple, but then it escapes a lot of people. A lot of people don't do this, and in case of eventuality, they lose their blog, and then they lose all their hard work that they've done. They have to go and start all over again. So it's always good, it's advisable to always back up your blog, have multiple backups. Okay. Alright guys, this is all time will permit us for today's course. In case you want to find out the tool that I use to develop websites in minutes by just dragging and dropping, I'm going to leave the link somewhere within this video. You can just click on it. It will take you to a page where you can sign up for a 7-day free trial. No credit card or anything is required. Just try it and then see if it's good for you, if it's something that you think will be of benefit to you. Okay. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button below this video. And if you also have any question, just put it in the comment box and I'll respond as often as I can. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any future content from me. Thank you for being part of day 4 course and see you in day 5. Peace. I'm out.